What's up, y'all? I'm your host, MasterBoris. As always, welcome to the stream. But yeah, we just relaxing for the day. Ain't no games being played tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know it's Thursday. I'm supposed to stream on Wednesday, but hey, if you in the West Side, hey, it's still Wednesday. Still Wednesday, so I'm streaming at Wednesday. Or you all the parts of the country, it's still Wednesday. Or maybe Thursday. But it's still Wednesday. Sorry I'm late though. You know. And it's a school night too, you know what I'm saying? The kids are supposed to be in the bed, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a lot to talk about here, you know. I'm gonna get up close and personal with y'all tonight. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. You know, I had to like reflect and to do an evaluation on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it comes a time where you be so busy with life and you so busy chasing your goals and try to reach them, and all of a sudden, you know, well, with me, I had to stop and think about a few things. I had to stop and think about, you know, hey, I'm really alone out here. You know, besides, you know, my family, you know, my parents, you know, I'm all they got too. And You know, me being alone. I've been solo leveling this whole internet thing, and pretty much in real life too. The way how I see it and the way how I look at things, because I had friends. I had friends that was there for the time. I had friends, low key was jealous of me. I had friends that really wanted to stab me in the back for real, and I had friends that just used me to get some benefit out of me. But then again, they are not really friends. They're allies. And I was just looking back on things that I did within my lifetime. And I'm just like, to be honest with you, I've always been alone. For real. Like, ain't nobody, like, really, besides my family. My parents don't count, because family always stick together no matter what. But I always been alone. Been solo leveling pretty much my whole entire life. The majority of my life, really. Because ain't nobody really did for me a solid on a big scale as I did for them. I did a lot of stuff for a lot of people in the past. And then I look at it at the time where they didn't really give me that same energy on a big scale, just like, I did for them. Whatever it was a favor, whatever it was, like something that I gave them or something that I did for them, it was never up to par to what I did for them. What's up, CG Conflair? Thank you for coming to the stream. It was never up to par what I did for them. And I look back on it too, that I was more of a friend to them than they was I was more of a friend to them than they was to me. If that makes sense. I was more of a friend to them than they were for me. It wasn't the same energy. Because, when you are part of my team, you are part of my group, you are part of my friendship circle, I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to hold it down. But it got to a point where I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to be the one that's going to carry all the load and you ain't reciprocating. But there'll be times where I don't really need it. So I can get it on my own. And I have got it on my own. The stuff that I really wanted in life. But it would have been nice if they would have took the initiative to do the things on a big scale just as much as I did for them. Like, there was no, they didn't reciprocate on anything that I done or try to put in the effort to. It was just like, whatever. I'm going to go out my business, and then there'll be times you don't hear from them anymore. That's it. And I had some people that I used to hang with, kick it with, and they were like that. Don't even hear from you no more. So I was just a friend for you at the moment to get something out of me, and then you dip, and we never talked to each other again. And that's the thing too, man. And I felt that from a lot of people, and I got tired of it, and I just like I wouldn't say push people away. I became more distant to everybody that was around me. Because I ain't got time for games. I ain't got time for the bullshit. I ain't got time for people, trying to slow down my way of thriving in the world, Because it just seemed like, there'll be times where I be down and they want to see me at my worst. But when I'm up, it's like I don't really hear from them. They ain't really trying to celebrate with your boy, you know? Or if they do, but low key they hating on you at the same time. See, you got people, you know what I'm saying? They want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. And that's the problem. There's a lot of people that I came across in my lifetime saw the potential in me. And they know how far I can go. Whatever I put my mind into, whatever is entertainment or stuff that I build or stuff that I can, succeed in. They know it. They can see it. But the thing is, they will be a friend to me, well, a freight friend to me, to slow down my progress of getting where I need to be. Try to gatekeep that I won't do it just as good or better as them when it comes down to anything that I set my mind into and do. Whatever it is. I faced that in my lifetime. I faced that in my lifetime for sure. And it be your own people. It be your own people that is in the same community, that's in the same ethnicity as you. Don't want you to succeed or don't want you to do better than them, because there's a lot of individualism going on, and I hate for it to be this way. To be honest, I like the circle. I like what I got going on. I love my family. I love the people that I got. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to UVGM, and that's been rocking with me since 2009. That's all I need for real. Everybody else is just like, whatever, because I try to reach out to certain people, and it's just like they don't really mess with me like that, you know what I'm saying? Like they cool with me, but they ain't really like cool with me, you know what I'm saying? It's more like, they want to gatekeep of all the stuff they trying to get into and not let me eat, It's more like that. And I feel it. I don't need for you to tell me. I can feel energy, man. I can feel like, people that has their, people that can have your best interests at heart, and the people that don't want to have your best interests. And don't want you to like get anywhere in life, because they want to take all the glory. They want to take all the credit. They see potential in you. Please get rid of that bot. It's crazy in the hood, So most of the majority of my life, for real, I've been alone. Solo leveling, training, improving on myself. Going for the things I want to go for in life and want to enjoy my life. Doing the stuff that I want to do. Like I said, it's just me and my family. Me and my parents, me and UVGM, and me and the all small crews that I got, because everybody else, I'm just going to look at them as business or, people that I network with, because, and they ain't trying to be friends with me. I ain't going to try to be friends with them. So, I'm done, trying to reach out to people, when I'm trying to like get things done and try to like do things and collab with people and stuff like that. I'm gonna collab with certain people, but like I said, it's just gonna be just business, nothing else. Cause I'm tired of trying to be friends with people and they don't appreciate it. So that's just my thing about it. That's how I'm rolling. That's how I'm moving. Cause like I said, man, They don't. These people, these guys, and some chicks out here. You know, I'm talking to the ladies too. They don't want you to do better than them, because they feel like, you know, you gonna block their shine. Well, there's a possibility everybody can shine in their own way. You know, it's just, you know, you gotta accept you doing good on that role, and the other person is doing good on this role. Y'all can come together and make a great impact of what's really going on out here in these streets, because the culture needs it. The culture needs a community as a collective, if that makes sense, or a large collective within the community, I should say. And the black community ain't really doing that. There's a lot of individualism going on out here. Every man and woman for themselves. Fake it till you make it. That's why I don't want to force, and I don't want to like get with these freaking high level streamers, because all that shit is fake. There's a lot of phony stuff going on. There's a lot of strange things going on to get to that next level, and I'm not willing to take that. I'd rather be a turtle and be successful in my own right. It's been doing good for me so far. Why stop? You know, unless somebody is really genuine and they want me to go to a level where, hey, I'm set for life and then some, where I don't have to do no stupid stuff and shucking and jiving and doing strange things for a piece of change when it comes down to this internet stuff, you know, streaming and content. But shoot, you know me. See, Shijikan, you know me. I've been doing this on my own. UVGM on my own for the past almost 2 decades. 2 decades, bro. Like, nobody has a resume like mine, because I'll do everything. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to this YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? I might not have 1 million subscribers, 1 million followers, but I'll tell you this, I did way more than these people y'all look up to now. You know? I'll tell you that much. But yeah, back to, you know, me being alone. Man, I don't mind it, man. I really don't mind it. I really don't mind being single. You know, I haven't found the love of my life yet. I don't even know if I am going to find the love of my life. Not in this lifetime. Or in this country, rather. Maybe she might be outside of this country. And then whenever I meet her, I will apologize to her. I will say, yo, I owe you a deep apology, because I gave you so much trouble looking for me. See, as a man, you got to look at yourself like, hey, you the one. I'm him. You know what I'm saying? You have to be confident within yourself. And you got to be confident that you're willing to get anything you want in life. And to have your head up high, and you can do it, and give your blood, sweat, and tears of everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't mind either, especially when it comes to the Georgia. Yeah, you live in Atlanta, don't you, CG Khan? Don't you live in Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta, if you trying to find love in Atlanta, good luck. Good luck. Because everybody, like I said, worst place. I mean, I'm next door to you, Shiji Khan. I can drive to Atlanta right now. It'll take me 2 hours to get there and some change. But I just don't I just don't feel the need to go to Atlanta like I used to, man. Like, I mean, I can look the part, looking like I am a celebrity there, but you know, and take advantage and network and show what I got going on. But you know, that's all there is to it. But I ain't trying to find a relationship in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, it's Decepticons over there. But anyway, yeah, I don't mind being alone, man. I like I said, I be doing these videos on this channel about toxic relationships and how to like avoid the toxic women that be on the internet, and they be going out in the world just not being right for the other person or for within themselves because they not right in the head. You know, a lot of these women are consumed by the garden of insanity, and I'm cool with that. You know, I've been alone, like, relationship wise, you know, with a chick. I'm talking about like a serious. I'm not talking about serious. I'm not talking about situationships. I'm not talking about just having fun with chicks. I'm talking about a serious, concrete, committed relationship. It's been almost 7 years, 8 years. It's been almost 8 years. You know, I just ain't been looking for no chick, man. I ain't really like thirsty to get no females like that, man, because it's just the quality of it, you know. I shouldn't be generalizing, but it just like women don't know how to be women anymore. Not around the parks, man, but you know, like I said, but then again, I really don't. Ever since I got this house with my family, I've been mostly a homebody. I do go out. I do go outside to like exercise and stuff, but I ain't been really partying and going out to clubs or anything like that, which is the worst way to find chicks, by the way. You just find chicks that are fun if you want to go to clubs and bars and stuff, but I just haven't been really looking for real. Like it's I just haven't been really, you know, feeling it, man. I just feel like I'm ready to be in a committed long-term relationship, but the problem is, are they ready? That's the main problem. Like, listen, I never really have no huge trouble of getting chicks, bro. It's just the fact that, are they ready to be on the time that I'm on? You know what I'm saying? It was never like, oh my gosh, nobody like me. No. I play my cards right and I know who I want. And if I want something, I get it. Like 80% of the time. Because, you know, you lose something in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's life. But it's just that I ain't really see nothing that really, like, complements my energy, complements, you know, my spirit, complements, you know, of who I am as a person. I never really met a lady that's really like that as of now. And then again, I'm not really trying to. But I guess in due time, you know, in due time, we just gotta hope for the best. But you know, I've been focusing on me. Like I said, I've been solo leveling pretty much the majority of my life. Listen, I'd rather be alone than, you know, I'd rather be alone in peace than be alone with a broken heart that is depressed, that has an unstable mental health. I'd rather be alone in peace than alone with a broken heart. You said I only stopped going to clubs after I turned 22. Yeah. I think I was like 26, 27 when I started going to clubs. Stopped going to clubs, rather. No, I take that back. I did go to a strip club recently. So that was like, what? 4 or 5 years ago? So, yeah. But I was dragged into it. I didn't really want to go by friends. And I don't even, like I said, I don't even talk to them anymore. Because, you know, it be people that, because there be times where a lot of people can't really like comprehend how sometimes I get intense and passionate about the things that is true and that is real, and it scares a lot of people. But what it is they didn't find it within themselves to be true to them in their own way. They must be doing dirt, you know what I'm saying, or don't have a good heart deep down. And that's why some dudes out here, they don't want to talk to me. Or they don't want to be my friend or nothing like that, or they don't want to hang out because I have boundaries that I stand on 10 toes down, and they don't like it. So I'm not part of the cool cats. I'm not part of the cool kids. But like I said, I'm done like reaching out to people that ain't really reaching out to me like that, man. Because like I said, I've been all the stuff that I had, with people, the friendships that I had with people, man, I was more of a friend to them than they were to me. And I'm not doing that no more. I'm not. No, you gonna have to prove to me that you really down for the cause. You really down for me. You know what I'm saying? You stand 10 toes down with me. Even if I did something wrong, which I'm not gonna do anything dead wrong, but even if I do something wrong, and then we'll just go talk private, be like, yo, what was that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I like, reaching out to people to, get stuff done and try to like do some damage, you know what I'm saying, and try to make an impact in this world. Yeah, I'm done with that. Just talk to the people that's already in my circle, But these new friends, nah. These new friends, no. What Drake say? No new friends. Nah, it's a done deal because, a lot of people wouldn't look your way if you didn't have all the stuff that you have now. You know what I'm saying? They only care about you because of what you have, not what you are as a person. Just know that. They don't care about you. They only care about you or what you had, if it's not who you are as a person. I care about people who they are as a person first and foremost, because I need to know what type of player you are. I need to know what type of player you are so I won't get in the mix of your bullshit. Because character comes a long way. So I need to know that for sure before I become friends with anybody. Friend is a very strong word, by the way. Simple but strong. I don't really have anybody for real to call like my best friend anymore. Just associates, just allies, colleagues, comrades, But a best friend? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm alone. I'm alone in this game. And I've been playing in one player ever since I was a child, man. The majority of my life. It's hard to make friends when you're older, man. I guess that's what that is. Maybe I'm just getting old. And I don't care anymore. But I don't want to sound pessimistic on here. Because I'm just telling you, like, how I am. You know what I mean? Oh, you on the YouTube. You're not even on Twitch. Yeah, I see the YouTube chat. But yeah, I'm just doing me. Whoever want to come along, man, background checks like I'm doing background checks every time, you know, because at this very moment, I'm just like bump it. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep reaching out, and you just not going to pick up and reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Not doing that. It ends tonight. But there are some people that got one more shot with me. One more shot. And if it don't work, if they don't reach out to me, I'm done. I'm done. You ain't gonna hear from me ever. Because communication is very important, man. I don't want to do something that and then I do it without explaining it to you first. And then you get mad all of a sudden about me or what I've done. That's why I like to communicate. People complain about communication, but they don't want to communicate. I don't get it. That's not how life works. You banned that bot earlier? Good. Keep them coming. I made you a mod for a reason. Because I hope Twitch ain't going to look at my channel and be like, oh, he's view botting. That's what's going on right now. They catching people on Twitch that's in the office. They catching people that's view botting. Listen, all your favorite streamers view bot. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. I'm going to tell it because listen. If I was getting like 100 viewers every time I was come up here and stream on Twitch, I wouldn't have said nothing. I ain't got nothing to lose, man. I only average 3 to 4 viewers every time I stream, but we gonna get up there though. I'm just building my base now. I'm building my, hot sauce game now. But I thank y'all for tuning in on the YouTubes. On my videos, like I said, I do everything for entertainment, but I also want to have serious conversations with y'all on different topics. Gaming, stuff that's going on with relationships between men and women, and how to fix it. And come into a common ground and have thought-provoking, discussions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all your favorite streamers, man, they view bot, man. They use their viewers bot. Even the number one Twitch streamer on the planet right now is using that joint. Okay? Some of the chat be bots. Be AI bots. They are not real people. Okay? You see a guy that's getting 100K viewers every single time, and it don't fall up, and the chat be going like 1,000 miles per hour. I can't read all that. I would like to have a steady, a following fan base where I can read everybody's, stuff on the chat. Because I'm not going to read the freaking chat and it's going like, that's too much. Can't read everybody what they say on the chat. I like it how it is right now. Slow. Put it on slow mode. Yeah, man. All your favorite streamers do it, bro. They're going to have to take the cash cow. What's his name? Dan Clancy. You're going to have to take the cash cow because he do it too. And all these streamers that be up and the up. They do it. Telling you. Y'all look up to, which I don't know why. I'm not saying look up to me, but I'm saying like get with somebody that has some sense and that's not going to be doing stupid stuff and do things for shock value all the time. I understand like it gets viewers, but all the time there's shock value, all the time there's drama, all the time there's fake beef, like all the time. Can y'all talk about something that's productive? Can y'all be, you know, can y'all show some construct here? You know what I'm saying? Like, all the time? Right? Y'all that bored? Y'all kids are that bored? Y'all want drama all the time? I notice I get more views on my channel when I bring drama into the videos. I notice that. And I don't want to be just getting views based off of that. I want to get views on everything I do. I don't care if I'm cooking mashed potatoes. I want to get views off of me cooking mashed potatoes. You understand? Or some cake or some spaghetti or something. Or standing on my head against the wall. I don't know. But everything I do, because I'm the niche. It's me, the gimmick. You know? Most of the chat is emotes. Yeah. I gotta update my emotes, by the way. Now that you mentioned it, I want to put some more emotes out for the people and they want to use them. Not just the hot sauce and chicken nuggets. I want to put more emotes. But you gotta subscribe to get them, though. When I subscribe to get them, so on a later date, I'm gonna have new emotes. Well, yeah, man. I don't mind being alone. I'm not really lonely because there's a lot of stuff that I really want to like catch up on to get into because I be so busy with work and being busy, you know, making content for you guys and trying to like be consistent with the Twitch streaming and stuff like that, and I don't even think I would have time for it yet. Then again, I'm really great at balancing things out. I'm really great at balancing things out in everything I do, so it's just I would like to spend more time on myself. You know? Now, if she could help out, if she could come to my life and help me out and boost whatever I got going on, just give me a little push if she knows something that I don't and it's productive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going down. It's up. But most women in America don't want to build with a man. And that's another problem too. They don't want to build with a man. They always want to do, they already got it. They always want something so big for the man of what he can give her, but they carry so little of what they can give to a man. You notice that? You know, it's, you know, just all you gotta do to turn women away. Especially if they ain't really into you like that, or just to weed them out. All you gotta do is ask them, what do you bring to the table? They hate it. They don't mind telling you that. They don't mind asking you that. But ask them that. They hate it so freaking much. They hate it. That will scare them away because they have nothing in their tables. They don't have no cups, no plates, no treats, no nothing on the table. They don't bring anything to the table. Just ask any chick. Any chick you might be interested in, just say, what do you bring to the table? And see what she'll do. If she runs away, she's not for you. We all have something to bring to the table, men and women. We all do. We all do. But is it worth bringing whatever you got to the table to them? Is it worth it? Is she worth it? Ladies, if he's worth it. I'm looking at it at both sides, man. I'm looking at it at both sides. Yeah, I ain't got the YouTube show on my chat bot. It's just only Twitch, but I see the chat, the multi chat, people chatting on YouTube. I see you, Shichikon. And everybody else that's watching on YouTube, welcome. I will do this more often on YouTube, maybe every Wednesday, just to let y'all know. Yep, it's crazy in the head, but yeah. Right now, I like being alone. You know, I got time. I'm still young. Even though I'm considered as unk. Like I had some young dude call me unk the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell? I'm not that old, but I'm getting there. But I ain't no slouch. I'm gonna keep it up for myself because I work out. I'll stay in shape, getting back into boxing shape, and take care of myself and eating right, and the whole 9 yards. You say you still big, bro? Sure, people, these boy, these young cats out here calling me aunt, man. Once they find out my age, because I don't look like my age. I really don't. But yeah, I am going to go to the next topic now. You know what I'm saying? Where is it? We're going to talk about the Gamescom. Where's my phone? This Gamescom showcase. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, the opening night, Jeff Keighley showed games at Gamescom. I don't know. Where's Gamescom at? Hold on. Let me see something. I did use my AI for this. I think it's in Germany. Isn't it in Germany? I do want to go to Gamescom in person and see it for myself. Let's see real quick. Buy tickets. Well, it's going on right now. It's about to be over with. Wait, how much is the tickets? I want to see how much the tickets cost. Oh. Not family tickets. Not bad. Day ticket is $30. Well, this is like UK numbers. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm thinking it was going to be higher than this. Because you know how some events are. Let's see. Yeah, it's in Germany. And I'm planning on going to Germany too. Yeah, the games that they showed, it's probably 4 games that I'm interested in. Okay, I got a list here. I know y'all see it, but this is not what. Let me go back to the program. Opening night live. They showed the major titles, but they ain't showing everything on here. Now, I'm looking forward to Ninja Gaiden 4. I think I'm going to skip Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and get Battlefield 6 instead. I really like that open beta. I really like the Battlefield 6 beta. Like, it's just chaos. Like, there is no dull moment in Battlefield. You got to keep moving. It's realistic. When you snipe somebody in that game. You know, you get on tanks, buildings falling down, explosions. It's just chaos all across the board. I just spent like 2 hours on the beta and I already love it. I like the game. I think I'm gonna skip Black Ops 7. I get it. They're trying to go for the futuristic route, which they already did in Black Ops 3. But they really going really crazy with it. You know, it takes place in 2035. Where they really trying to tell us that, you know, in those years, we're going to be freaking turning space into reality and whatever you want to make it. You know, AI is going to be stronger during that time. It's a lot to take in, guys. Because you really have to pay attention to these movies that's coming out and these games, these video games that's coming out, because they're trying to tell you the possibility of what society would be like in real life. You have to understand that too. They're really trying to tell you something with these video games and television shows and movies. In certain games, they're trying to tell you that, oh, this is coming in real life. Even though most video games are fictional, you're not going to throw fireballs with your hands. There are certain things might apply in real life. You know, for example, Cyberpunk 2077, man. But yeah, something to think about. Now, I am interested in Time Takers. It looks pretty wild. I think that's what PlayStation was trying to think. They was thinking that they was making a game like that. With Concord. But Concord became the biggest flop in video game history. I'll be the first to say it publicly. Like Concord. Yeah, man. It's... What was the name of that game where you doing tricks with a bus? What was I think I have it on my AI. Let me see. Because it listed all the games that they showed, the important ones, to their standards. I didn't know World of Warcraft was still a thing until the night I saw Gamescom. I thought they stopped making World of Warcraft games. They got the Fallout show, Season 2. Lords of the Fallen 2 looks good. They got an anime of Sekiro. It's called Sekiro No Defeat. Now, the Lego Batman Legacy of Dark Knight looked interesting than most of the games that's on here. I'm here to tell you guys something. Some of these games looks the exact same. When I talk about these shooters and these Souls-like games, bruh, not every game got to be Dark Souls, man. Just do hack and slash. Beat 'em ups, man. I don't want Onimusha to be a Dark Souls type of game, man. And I'm skipping that. You know? Like, not every game gotta be a Souls-like game. Like, gaming is trendy now. The Monster Hunter Wilds cross Final Fantasy 14 crossover, which surprised me. Silent Hill F, I guess. Resident Evil Requiem. Now, I will say this. I fell off of... Ooh, I think my chair about to... It's falling off. I think... No, I don't think. I fell off of Resident Evil since 4. Because it wasn't survival horror to me. I fell off. So I don't know anything beyond Resident Evil 4. 1 through 4, that's all I know. I don't know the spin-offs. I heard Requiem was an addition to a spin-off. I think Resident Evil Outbreak. And one of the characters in Requiem is the daughter of the main character that was in Outbreak, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But I don't know anything beyond Resident Evil 1 through 4. Like, if you ask me about Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, I wouldn't know it. I mean, I did play Resident Evil 5 a little bit, but I never finished it. Resident Evil 6, I mean, like I said, man, they lost the essence. Capcom lost the essence of what made Resident Evil. But I feel like Requiem is kind of coming back to the survival horror elements. And as they say in on my phone here, what my AI is saying. Black Myth Zonghui, which is a full sequel of Wukong. Now, Toxic Commando, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, that looks interesting. I might get that. The first game they announced, and that was on the pre-show, was Bubsy 4D. Who gives a crap about Bubsy 4D? Bubsy, even when he was out on the Genesis or whatever, bruh, his controls were ass. He couldn't even jump right. He couldn't even platform right. I would never tell anybody to play Bubsy before Super Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay? I would never tell anybody, like, if you started to play video games, I'm talking to the Gen Zs or the Generation A's. If you started to want to play video games, I'm never going to tell you to play Bubsy or Dynamite Heady or Y-Star. No. Super Mario or Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. I do like Gex. Rayman, okay, fine. I never really played the Rayman games. That's it. I will never tell you to play Bubsy. Bubsy. Like, no. You said it was Crazy Taxi on crack. You know that bus game I'm talking about? I'm trying to look for it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Outlaws Remastered. Oh, it's called Densha Attack. A game where players perform Tony Hawk style tricks with Japanese trains. That's what it's called. I'm looking at it on my phone. He-Man and the Master of the Universe. When did they show He-Man? When did they show He-Man? And it's a retro style side scrolling beat 'em up. Time out. I must have missed that because I didn't see no darn He-Man. What? Swords of Legends. They said it's an action RPG, not a Souls-like. I mean, it looks like it. Look like Autumn. Listen, if you look at the trailers that I saw, without knowing the name of the trailers, you would think it's the very same game. You would think it's the same game of some of these trailers. World of Tanks Heat looks pretty cool though. Project Spectrum looks alright, but look, I got plenty of horror shooters. Like Toxic Commando is like, I guess, is a contender that I want to like get into if I was to get another horror shooter. Other games that they showed didn't pique my interest. Didn't pique my interest at all. It was like whatever. Like, okay. It was kind of boring. It was kind of, I don't want to say mid, but it was alright. It didn't move me, you know. So it was pretty much. I mean, I know they showed Sonic Cross Worlds. I'm getting that day one, you know. I mean, that don't count because that game was already presented at the Game Awards and other times, but you know, because we're near of getting that game in our hands. Sonic Cross Worlds, I can't wait for that game. Now Nintendo, that thing, I think my chair arm is loose. Dang, I gotta screw it back up. Nintendo decided to tell Sakurai and do a showcase of Kirby Air Riders. I'm getting that day one too. That junk looks fantastic. Kirby Air Riders and Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube is the only and also the first Kirby game I ever played. I didn't play not one Kirby game that's a mainline, you know, series of Kirby. I only played Kirby Air Ride. That's the only Kirby game I played. I might get into it one of these days though, to see how good Kirby is by himself, you know. I only know Kirby from Kirby Air Ride. Now I do have Kirby Superstar, but I never played it. All I know Kirby from Kirby Air Ride and Super Smash Brothers. That's how I know Kirby. Yeah, it's a lot of survival horror games, shooters. You know. Now, Valor Mortis, that's the people that made Ghost Runner. I like Ghost Runner. I got to finish the first one before I go to the second one. That was another game. It looked anime-ish. Kind of reminds me of Zenless Zone Z. I think it's called Fate Trigger. I don't see that on here. I don't see it on a website or opening night. You know. Yeah, I heard that starting tomorrow, the PlayStation 5 is $50 more due to tariffs. Starting tomorrow. So you're going to have to pay $50 more, you know, that is added to the retail price of the PlayStation 5 on all versions. The regular version, the Slim, the Pro. Yeah. Yeah. Video game prices. It seemed like they're treating video games as luxury. Yeah. Yeah, this Gamescom was kind of like, why did I waste 2 hours watching this? Like I could have, you know, seen all of this on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, look at, you know, the updates of people talking about it. You know, I didn't have to. I didn't even do a live reaction stream. Which, because I kind of knew like I wouldn't be as excited as I was at the Game Awards or Tokyo Game Show. Which I hope Tokyo Game Show this year will be a smash next month. But yeah, this Gamescom, I just wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it like that. It was like there's some games I'm looking forward to. I'll say about 4 or 5, like, but there's not a game that's like, oh, I gotta get this. You know what I mean? The aura is gone. There's no aura farming in any of those games. It's just there's still like a sweet baby Black Rock, you know, political, the derogatory term of woke factor in these games. There's not a game where it's okay, it's just a video game. It's not taking itself seriously. Well, Lego Batman was one of them in that, what is it called? That train game? What was it called again? Then, hold on, I just seen it. Where did it go? Dish Attack. Like, games like that, I'm looking forward to. It's not taking itself seriously. It's just a game. They make it for everybody to play without aligning themselves in political ideologies or, you know, censoring and all this bull crap that's going on with Sony and all that. Just make games to be games, man. That's why I like indie titles these days, man, because they don't, you know, they make games, you know, from passion. You know, from passion of, you know, having a game as a game and have people enjoying the game itself. Just like the old days, where everybody is just making games. I mean, sure, to make money, of course, to make a profit, but to also, you know, have the consumers have fun with the games and not worry about this bullshit, political bullshit that's shoved down. They shoving down our throats like today. You know, like we don't need none of that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Gamescom. I really don't have much to say about it, but it was just it could have been better with the showcasing of the games. There was a lot of shooters, zombie shooters, and Souls-like games, or games that look like Souls-like games, look the same. It's pretty much it. There's one more topic I want to talk about when it comes down to gaming news that I am really excited about. And that is this. We got Dynasty Warriors 25th anniversary. And Koei Tecmo just announced that they are remastering a classic Dynasty Warriors game. And they're going to have a major DLC for Dynasty Warriors Origins to celebrate this 25th anniversary of the series. You know what I'm saying? This is good news. Koei Tecmo been doing it, man. One of my favorite franchises of all time. You know what I'm saying? And and Dynasty Warriors Origins is my Game of the Year contender. As of right now. I'm going to replay it again. I just wish that I can play with the officers, you know what I'm saying? Play with the other characters besides my protagonist. You know what I mean? Wish there was a way we can play them during the whole entire scrimmage of battles, instead of just playing with the characters, the major officers, for like 30 seconds, and then it goes back to your protagonist. That was my whole gripe about the game, but you know, there's other Dynasty Warriors games we can play that we can play the officers of Shu, Wu, Wei, Jin. I mean, if you're playing in Dynasty Warriors 7 through 9 and Warriors Orochi series. So, you know, I'm gonna say this because they want us to guess which Dynasty Warriors game they're gonna remaster here. Like I said, it's a remaster, not a remake. They might update the graphics. I don't know, but we'll see as time goes on. I'm gonna say this. Okay, you play Origins, right? You play Dynasty Warriors Origins. Did you pay attention to the soundtrack of that game? I think y'all know where I'm going with this. Listen to the soundtrack of Dynasty Warriors Origins, because there's a lot of remixes of previous games. What songs do you hear? What soundtrack do you hear the most that they redid in Dynasty Warriors Origins when you do battles? That's the clue right there. That's the clue right there. Like, name me all the songs that they remixed and did renditions to in Dynasty Warriors Origins. That lets you know which Dynasty Warriors game they're going to remaster. That's a clue. I'm not going to say which Dynasty Warriors game it is. I'm not even going to say it. Because if I say it, I feel like I'm jinxing it. But pay attention of the soundtrack of Dynasty Warriors Origins. That will let you know which Dynasty Warriors game they're going to remaster. So what do you think? But yeah, I'm very excited about it. Yeah, man. I got every single Dynasty. Well, the main lineup of the Dynasty Warriors games, not Empires or Extreme Legends. You know, the main line Dynasty Warrior titles. The main titles, not the spin-offs or anything like that. But I do have every single Warriors Orochi game too. I do have every single Samurai Warriors. I just don't have the spin-offs. Or that new game that they came out. It's called Warriors Abyss. I don't really like overhead camera hack and slash. Some of it look cool. I would play them, but that's not my favorite like camera angle to play like a hack and slash beat 'em up where there's an overhead camera. You know what I mean? I don't even like that in basketball games. I like it where I can see the player like going, you know, forward, you know what I'm saying? In a third person view or first person view or like a side person view, like side scrollers, you know? Like Streets of Rage. I don't like that overhead camera stuff. Now I did play Hades, and I think Hades is cool, but I'm just not a fan of the overhead camera stuff when it comes down to hack and slash and beat 'em ups. I think Gauntlet Legends make me dislike that type of game where there's an overhead camera and you just beat people up. You know what I mean? I just don't like that camera angle. That's my only gripe about those games. But like I said, Hades is cool. But anyway, yeah, it's going down. I'm gonna see. Let me find out. Okay, so they didn't give us a date when the DLC come out. This large scale DLC they said it's in development, and they got a remastered version of a classic series title. So I already saw the trailer, and I'm glad it sold 1 million units worldwide. I wish it sold more than that. But yeah, dog. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Well, that's all I want to talk to y'all about tonight. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I gotta fix this darn chair. Want y'all to really take care of yourself out here, especially the mental, because that's what they're going after. They want you to be in fear of whatever is going on in society right now. They want you to be in fear and not, you know, resilient, relentless, tough, you know, fellas that got their head on straight. They don't want you to be that. They want you to be weak. Don't be weak. Be strong for the greater cause. Because we the only ones that can do this, you know, for you and everybody else around you. It's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to pick what's best for your family and the citizens of America. We on the same team. That's why, you know, I'm telling y'all, like, this individualism is gonna kick us in the ass in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Especially with stuff that we have to fix and we have to, like, block on stuff that really matters, that can really change our livelihoods. You know, if that makes sense, if that's even a word. Livelihoods. Or how we live, or lack of a better word. We just gotta be strong, be careful, and to have God first, have the Most High first. Pray, you know, and do what's best for you and everybody around you, so y'all can live. You know, but in peace. But don't be complacent, though. Be ready. You know, be alert. Be careful. Be cautious. You know, and you'll be fine. And hopefully, you know, you live another day. You know. You live another day. That's what I'm thankful for. I can wake up tomorrow. Hopefully you can too. Well, that's all, folks. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.